Hey guys, Joe Warner coming in here with another battle replay for Rome 2. We have a 2v2, and real quick, I just want to give a shout out to Pixelated Apollo. I had done a battle with him over this past weekend, and he actually had put a live replay version of it out yesterday morning, and he kind of dropped my channel in there. So, Apollo, thank you very much. Had a very large influx of subscribers as of yesterday. So I want to thank you very much, dude. That was really cool of you to do, and yeah, that was really awesome. So okay, let's get into the army comps here. We have Egypt and Suebi attacking Macedon and Nabatea. Let's get into the Egyptian army first. Now this looks weird to me. I'm just going to say this right off the bat. I don't usually see armies set up like this, so this is a little strange. Not entirely sure what happened here, but anyway, let's get into his army comp. Egypt is being commanded by El Caballero. He has brought with him 4 units of Egyptian infantry, 3 units of Galician Royal Guard, 2 units of thorax swords, 2 units of thorax pikes, 3 units of Cretan archers, 1 unit of the Nubian bowmen. He also has brought with him 2 units of the Egyptian cavalry, and his general is a Carian axeman. Let's shoot on over to Suebi real quick. As you saw, I did put it on to the slow motion, so the battle has basically begun. Suebi is being commanded by Catman. Catman has brought 4 units of the longbow hunters, 5 units of round shield guards, 3 units of hex bearers, 4 units of the berserkers, 2 units of Bloodsworn, and 2 units of swordmasters, one of them being his general over here. Let's get into the defending armies. We have Macedon and Nabatea. Let's deal with Macedon first. Macedon has brought with him 3 units of the Thessalian cavalry, which are actually making their way down over this direction. I'm assuming probably over to this gate. Macedon is being commanded by Dan. Dan is actually the guy who sent the video in. So Dan, again, man, thank you for sending in another replay. Continuing on, he has brought with him 3 units of his Cretan archers, 4 units of thorax swords, 1 unit of royal peltasts, 1 unit of pikes, 1 unit of mercenary Thracian warriors, and his general is a shield bearer unit, and his ally is Nabatea, being commanded by Armored Scarab. He has brought with him 4 units of his Nabatean heavy archers up on this ridge here, so they should get a fantastic fantastic view, I should say, and vantage point, I guess, of just wrecking some of the units that come in here for Suebi. I'm interested to see how well they end up doing. He has also brought with him 4 units of his Desert Hoplites that are back up over here near the town center. He has 5 units of Axemen, 2 units of Noble Swords, 2 units of Pikes, and his general is a Rekem Palace Guard. So without further ado, little bit more than 27 minutes left, a little bit more than 27 minutes in this battle replay. So let's get this one going here. Towers are pushing up here for the Suebi side. He is now pushing up the rest of his army as well. Where are his archers? Do his archers have stock? I think Suebi archers have stock, because you can't see them right now. I love that ability, stock. They can be right there, right out in the open. They could be walking literally right here, and we can't see them. I'm really a fan of the stock ability. Dan has his 3 units of his Thessalian cavalry right over here by this gate. Let's see what Egypt is doing. Egypt is starting to push his Egyptian cavalry out here onto his right flank, starting to form up his lines, and he has pushing up, what's he got here, 3 towers and a ram. Actually seems to be having a little bit of problem here. He's got some spinny stuff going on with his towers. Now tower is coming back down the hill. Tower and the battering rams seem to be having a little bit of an argument here. We'll have to end up coming back over and seeing what's going on with that. Dan is now moving his Thessalian cavalry out, but as you can see the eyeball here, they are still hidden. He's also pulling his 3 units of the mercenary Cretan archers back up. He did have a decent amount of force down over here. It seems that he is going to be the one that is defending against Egypt, and ooh, look at this. 4 units of thorax swordsmen right outside of the front gate. They are waiting for Egypt. They are calling Egypt out, it seems to be. He is defending the walls completely. He's past the walls. So Dan is looking to be very aggressive here in his defense. That should be very interesting to watch. We do have Swaby now. He has landed all four of his 5 towers have landed here, and the Nabatean heavy archers are automatically, immediately just getting shots down, wrecking down onto this unit of shields, the round shield swordsmen, who are losing badly already. They're already down to 124 men in that unit, and they are already starting to rout. Wow, that is fantastic. Noble Swordsman now moving around over onto Armored's right flank here to take on a unit of Bloodsworn. We have another unit of the Round Shield Swordsman moving up. Bloodsworn here pushing in against some of the Axe Warriors, and this unit of Axe Warriors here taking on these 2 units. These archers are just fantastic. Absolutely fantastic placement. Are they all firing? No, they are not. He's got his 2 units here firing. Now we have a couple more units of Nabatea coming down, a couple more units of the Nabatea Axe Warriors here. And another unit of Axe Warriors and a unit of Noble Swordsmen here as well. Nabatea, actually, one of his units of Axe Warriors has now broken in the center here, so that should free up these 2 units to be able to move right in. Well done here by Swaby, by Catman here with his archers. He got some really good shots in onto that center line here for Armored. So well done there. Let's shoot on over into the other side, see what's going on here. Dan has now posted all 3 of his archers up onto the walls and getting some fantastic fire down. This Nubian Bowman unit already down to 84 men. We have infantry here losing some men. Not losing a whole lot of men, actually. This unit's already down 20, almost 30 men already. This unit is still 160 strong here. Dan is just kind of sitting over here with his cavalry, probably just waiting for an opportunity. If you check out other videos on my channel here, and Dan is involved in them, he is quite skillful with the cavalry sally outs and everything. So, yep, Nubian Bowmen here now are starting to break. The archers here, Cretan archers, are just not doing well, do they? Let's see, have they even started firing? They are just taking fire and getting absolutely destroyed. Nubian Bowmen here down to 26 men. Cretan archers 83. This unit 119. This unit 60. Wow. Well, absolutely fantastic done. Fantastic job done here by Dan with his archers. Just absolutely annihilating Egypt's archer units here before they even had a chance to really get a shot off. They are still not even firing. They are just taking fire. Well done. Infantry clash on this side. We have the Galatian Royal Guard, Thorax Swordsman, Galatian Royal Guard, Galatian Royal Guard. We have a whole bunch of units over on this side. Egyptian Infantry, 4 units of the Egyptian Infantry on this side. So Egypt is sending in his stronger units first, which isn't always a bad idea, because if he can break through these Thorax Swordsmen, then he'll be able to bring in his lower tier units as well. This unit is already down 57 men somehow. I'm not exactly sure what was killing that unit. Let's shoot back over here onto Swaby and Nabatea's side. Swaby is actually making out pretty well over here. They are now capturing this tower. This tower will now be helping them in their advance towards into the settlement. Nabatean Axe Warriors here taking on a couple of units of the Round Shield Swordsman. Round Shield Swordsman here taking on another unit of the Nabatean Axe Warriors. Noble Swordsman here actually getting rained down upon, taking on a unit of the Bloodsworn here, but these 4 units of the Longbow Hunters doing a fantastic job. Oh, yeah, well done. Okay, so this unit now, Bloodsworn, is freed up. They are very depleted, though. There's only 5th, actually. Nope, starting to break right there. But I mean, Swaby still does have a lot of melee, a lot of infantry back here. He's got his 4 units of archers up here by the walls, but he's still got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 units of infantry that have not even made it into the settlement yet. So this could be a little dicey here for Armored. I mean, he's moving up some more Noble Swordsmen. Noble Swordsmen are a very tough unit. He's got, yeah, like I said, he's still got his Axe Warriors over here as well, starting to pull his archers back up onto this hill. And I'm just going to say this. This hill is a fantastic point for the defenders to use to be able to shoot down onto the attackers. But once anything is broken through here, there's no way down. There is no way down. It's just cliff here, cliff here, cliff here. There is no way back down this hill. So if the attackers are able to push through Armored's initial front lines here and get up to this hill, these 4 archers are, because we do know there are 4 archers already here. We can see all of them here. They might be in a world of hurt here. They will have a arrow tower that will be giving them a little bit of reinforcement or backup, I guess you could say. But 4 units of archers up here could be lost if the units here from Swaby make it inside the wall. Let's continue on, press play again. Dan has charged in a unit of his cavalry. Actually, he's got his other unit of cavalry in here fighting the Carrying Axeman General. General is getting destroyed, and they are fighting a unit of heavy shot cavalry. Let's see, we do have a lot of cavalry down over here. I think this is the majority of this. Oh no, it's pretty much even. There's a lot of Egyptian cavalry down here. There's a lot of Thessalian cavalry over here as well. I only see 2 units of Dan's cavalry left here, so let's see what they are fighting. Thessalian cavalry are taking on some of the Egyptian infantry and a unit of thorax swords. We do have the thorax pikemen now making their way down, but oh, here comes a huge flanking charge by the Thessalian cavalry into Egyptian infantry. 3 units of Egyptian infantry just took a huge charge. We have a unit of the Galatian Royal Guard that are pulling out of combat. Looks like maybe they're going to try and chase down the hill. They're going to try and chase down this cavalry. I don't know how well that's going to end up working out for them. Egypt is now pressing up one of his units of pikes up over here, but Dan's archers are still up on the walls and are getting fantastic fire onto these units as they are trying to catch up to his cavalry. Another huge charge into the unit of the Egyptian infantry that had come back down to grab the ram here. They are starting to rout. We have the Egyptian cavalry now making their way over. Are they going to be able to trap in this unit of the Thessalian cavalry, as Dan's other unit of Thessalian cavalry has now broken? Nope, he's going to come in with another big charge. Is he going to be able to get a big charge in? Oh, no. Wow, that was pretty good pila volley there by that unit of the Galatian Royal Guard. And now the Egyptian cavalry has now caught up behind the Thessalian cavalry. I'm going to say that Thessalian cavalry is probably going to be routed off of the field, as they are now being surrounded by what could be 3 units, maybe 4 if this pikeman unit ends up pushing over as well. Let's shoot back over here. Okay, so drastic change that's taken place on this side. Swaby has command of this front section of this settlement here. Armored has pulled some units back up on top here. He's got a unit of his noble swordsmen and a unit of the Nabatean axe warriors here helping to defend against his units of archers. This is a defender's vantage point, so we can see these 2 units here are hidden. Currently, Swaby is unable to see the noble fighters here, noble swordsmen here, and this unit of the Nabatean heavy archers. Again, Armored just doing a fantastic job with these 2 units of archers. Is this unit firing? No, just these 2 units of archers doing a fantastic job getting some really good shots in onto these sword masters. The hex bearers here, berserkers are taking some damage. Well done, very well done here. Let's see what's going on over here. So Egypt seems to be now pressing up further, closer to the walls. Dan has a unit of Royal Peltasts up on the walls now, getting some really good shots down onto this thorax pikeman unit. Might want to get him. Yeah, he's going to back him up. Okay. We have a unit of Egyptian infantry here. I see a unit of Egyptian cavalry way over there. Depleted unit, but it's still cavalry on the field here for Egypt. This unit of pikemen is just getting beaten down. 100. They've lost 30 men so far. Not seen. Have they seen combat? They have 31 kills, so not too bad. This unit is still full. This unit of thorax pikemen is still full. Okay, so we do have the first piece of siege equipment here for Egypt now making its way up to the gate. Hopefully they will start doing some damage. Nope, they pulled off of the ram here to finish off that 1 unit of thorax swordsmen. So hopefully this Egyptian infantry unit will be able to get back up onto this battering ram, and he might be able to actually start having a way inside the city here. And we do have a little bit of a battle going on in here. A little 1v1 thorax swordsman, and I can't see what the other one is. It looks like 2 thorax swordsmen fighting each other, but I don't think that it is. Anyway, let's shoot on back over onto Armored side. Look at the reinforcements that Dan and Armored still have. That's crazy. Let's see what's going on over here. Okay, so we have a unit of berserkers who have made their way up through this hill, through all of these sharp stone beds, and are now wrecking this unit of axe warriors here, along with the aid of the 4 units of the longbow hunters here for Swaby. So this is now going to be a little bit of a... Oh, no, okay. So Armored is bringing out his unit of the Noble Swordsman here now to back up the Nabatean heavy archers. We do have another unit of Berserkers now making their way over to this incline. I'm just going to say, he's got this, the Swaby player here, Catman's got this pretty much locked down. I mean, they only have one unit of infantry over here. He could leave maybe 2 units of archers over here and just grab up the rest of this and start making their way around to the rest of the settlement, start taking over more towers, maybe get a couple of capture points to start dropping the morale of the defenders. But it's easy to, it's easier to commentate on these replays when you weren't actually involved in it. Okay, so we have a unit here, the Egyptian cavalry. I'm guessing that was the unit that was way over there. They have come back. They've gotten, I guess here comes a charge. They're going to charge into the back of this unit of Thorax Swordsmen that are breaking here for Dan. So, decent charge there. That unit of Thorax Swordsmen have now broken, and we do see what seems to be a mass retreat here by Egypt, pulling all of his units back down the hill, I'm guessing. Galician Royal Guard, yeah, they're all coming back down off the hill. See how the Ram is doing here. Ram has now successfully broken in the gate. So this very depleted unit of Egyptian infantry, I don't know exactly what they're going to do. I mean, this is going to be really tough for Egypt over here. He doesn't have any archers left, and Dan just noticed real quick, Dan moved a unit of pikemen right down here into the, right inside the gate here. So that's going to be a very difficult way to pass here. He might want to grab up some of his siege towers and start trying to get up onto the walls here to allow himself to have some sort of a way into the settlement, because this is not going to go well. I mean, you can just see that unit of pikes in there just waiting for the opportunity to start stabbing people in the face. Let's see what's going on over here. So yes, Swaby is still pushing up into this high rise here of the settlement. They have now neutralized this tower, and there are only 2 units of archers up here. They are heavy archers though. So, I do believe they have they have pretty good armor. They're not carrying any shields or anything, but as you can see, they definitely do have some armor on them. This unit still has ammunition left. So that might actually be a fantastic thing for Armored. He might be able to actually get some shots in onto the flanks of these Hexbearers and Berserkers here. We have another unit of Hexbearers now pushing into combat. Oh, Nabatea heavy archers. This unit is starting to waver. That's definitely going to be a problem here. So with this hill now taken, I'm going to imagine that these forces will start making their way up in towards the settlement, towards the victory point, I should say. Let's get back over here, see what Egypt is doing. He is just pulling units back down still off the hill here. Still has both of his units of cavalry, so that's actually not actually a bad thing. I mean, they're really depleted. This unit will probably break, I would almost say instantly. This unit he might actually still be able to get a couple of charges with. It's 31 out of 80. His infantry on this side a little banged up. 93 out of 160, 51 out of 160, 19, 58, 48. His general's kind of hurting too. Pikemen still looking okay. This is a full unit of pikes. Thorax Swordsmen also look pretty good, and this unit of Galician Royal Guard 70 out of 160. Let's just shoot back over here real quick, see what Swaby is doing. So Swaby has now full command of this high rise here, this high rise point. So this would be the opportunity for him to start moving units around to start trying to get further into the city. But now I see Armored is starting to move down his units of Desert Hoplites. Oh no. I don't know. Swaby might have waited too long. We have the pike units coming down here as well. See the Rakem Palace Guard General for Nabatea starting to move as well. They are walking he's jogging. I guess a light jog. Let's see what is going on back down over here. Dan is pulling his archers up towards the town center. Are they out of ammunition? Yes, they are. So Dan has no more ammunition on his archers, which could be a really good thing for Egypt here, even though Dan does have this unit of pikes here, he could still, I mean, he's got a lot of depleted units, but he still does have a couple of solid units, and he's got 2 units of his own pikes. So he might be, and Dan is coming back out of the gate again. You know, the way I've played with Dan a bunch of times, he's one of my teammates for the Team Hungry Wolves. I'm gonna, just because of how Dan is playing over here, I'm gonna say that the Egyptian player might have actually moved his army over here. It seems like Dan is just playing really aggressive with his infantry, which is not a normal thing for him. So I'm gonna guess that maybe he's trying to, if this Egyptian player did in fact move this army over here, this kind of seems like Dan is trying to teach this guy a lesson a little bit about maybe not moving his army. And I'm just going to say that if the Egyptian player did in fact move his army over here just before the match started, don't do that. That's not cool, dude. Don't do that. That's kind of not cool. And by kinda I mean really not cool at all. Let's see, this unit of the Egyptian infantry almost made it to the walls with this siege tower here, but this unit of thorax swordsmen cut them down. We have another unit, another siege tower over here making their way up to that wall. Unit of the Egyptian infantry here now breaking because of these units of... Oh, we have thorax swordsmen and a unit of royal peltasts out here. Ooh, he's got a unit of royal peltasts. Full unit of royal peltasts. Those guys are nasty. Okay, so yeah. Swaby... this could be difficult. How many archers does Swaby still have? We see 1. I think he still had all 4 of his archers, and they should all still have ammunition left. Let's see. Yeah, they still have their bows out. Let's see how many kills that unit has. 139. Maybe somewhere near to half ammunition. Yeah, you know, I don't know if it wouldn't be a bad idea for Swaby here to maybe bring maybe not all of them, but some of his archers up here and get some shots down onto these desert hoplites here, as Nabatea doesn't have any archers left. As we saw, all of the archers that were up here got slaughtered. So probably wouldn't be a bad idea for him to do that. Let's back over onto the Egyptian side. Egypt has a unit of the infantry up here taking on the general here, the shield bearer general. Actually, shield bearer general, the majority of these guys are facing the wrong way. That's funny. And the Egyptian infantry are still breaking here. They are down to 57 men. The tower here is giving the Macedonian general a little bit of aid. Let's see what this is going to happen. We have the 2 units of the thorax pikemen now pressing forward towards the gate. This is a unit of the thorax swordsmen, and please don't do this. Please don't do this. That is rough to watch. Gotta neutralize the gate before you try and go through it. That unit just took a massive hit from the burning oil here from this gate. And now his pikemen are so close that these 2 gate towers here are getting some shots down onto them. We have a unit of the Galatian Royal Guard actually making their way up here with another tower. These are just cavalry and the general here. So I don't know. I don't think this is going to work out very well for Egypt over here. Thorax swordsman coming over, royal peltasts coming over here as well. Yeah, I don't think this is going to go much further than it has here for Egypt. Let's shoot back over here where some fighting is taking... Oh, okay, so yes, he does still have all 4 units of his archers. Looked like maybe he pushed forward a little bit to try and get some shots in onto these pikes. Or the hoplites on this side. Yeah, he's got a couple of kills, 4 kills in onto that unit of pikes. I still would say, as you know, I'm saying how I would play it. I would take at least maybe 3 of these units of the bowmen here, bring them around up onto this hill, and start getting some shots down. Because this hill is defended, so his archers wouldn't be facing any sort of problem. Dan's archers are all out of ammunition. Let's see if there are any towers. There's a tower up there. That tower would absolutely not be able to reach. The tower here would definitely not be able to reach as well. This tower, nope, wouldn't be able to reach as well. So yeah, this would be a fantastic point for the Swaby player to put a couple of units of archers up here, start getting some shots down onto the Palace Guard General, who I just noticed is pulled up here as well. A couple of units of the Desert Hoplites holding this choke point. Starting to see the pikes now starting to move forward. One unit, yeah, both units of the pikes are starting to move forward. Desert Hoplites are going to be moving up with them to give them some sort of a shield block defense, because pikes armor 70. That's actually really good. Higher than the Desert Hoplites, so that's actually pretty crazy. Pikes usually have lower armor. They usually get shredded. Let's see. So we have the unit of the Thorax Pikemen that tried to. I guess he tried to push that unit of pikemen through the gate as well, and we have this unit of Thorax Swordsmen now making their way back up again, and we'll just be able to sit here and watch them all die. Yep, they're all gonna die. Now we have the cavalry starting to charge into the gate. They are going to die. So, okay, I'm guessing that this guy now has just realized that he's not going to be able to get through Dan's forces, and he's just going to throw the rest of his army away. Actually, what's crawling up here? Unit of Thorax Pikemen. Nope, not Thorax Pikemen. Well, whatever it was, they're starting to climb back down as well. So, yeah, I'm just going to say that the Egyptian player is now just going to throw his army away and get killed by a bunch of burning oil. So we'll just focus on over here. Armored did push up a unit of his Desert Hoplites on either side. Hoplites have been completely destroyed over here by the Swordmaster General. Pikes are now up. They have their pikes down. So the Swordmaster General, pull back. Let your archers get some shots in on them. Probably a good idea. We do have the other unit of the Nabatean pikemen on this side. Hoplites breaking. There you go. Good job. Right there. Fantastic. Getting some shots in onto these pikemen. Pikemen have now lost 5 men so far. 6 men. Good job. I mean, yeah, it might not be. Just pick a side. Basically, I would just pick a side and kill one of the 2 pike units as fast as possible, and try and push my way through. That's exactly what I would do. We have a unit of the Desert Hoplites now starting to recover themselves. They will be coming back to combat here for armored, and let's just finish it off over here. Thorax Pikemen. A full unit of Thorax Pikemen. I just want to watch it. This is just for fun. Let's see what the Thorax Pikemen are going to do. Gate is currently neutralized. The Pikemen are going to pull back out just before Dan recaptures it. Not sure how he neutralized it, but yeah, these pikemen I guess they're just going to stand here now. They're just going to get shot by the arrow towers. Unit of the Egyptian infantry are now making their way back up. So the Egyptian general, I'm guessing, has perished as well. I mean, let's just look at all the bodies here. A lot of this is Egyptian soldiers. I mean, so you can see that some of it is Macedon as well, but with the colors that are laying here on the ground, a lot of this, at least up here near the wall, a lot of this is the Egyptian forces that, I don't know. I'm not trying to be a jerk to anybody, so let's shoot back over here, see how well this attack is going. We have a unit of the Swordmasters here, taking on this unit of pikes, and the pikes are actually starting to lose some men. They're down to 133. Let's see how the pike units over here, 105. Desert Hoplites, 147, 159. Swordmaster General is doing okay. It says that he is losing. He's up to 141 kills. Where are his archers? Are they out of ammo? No, they're still not out of ammunition. I would pull my general back and start using your archers and start shooting into these pikes, because that is your biggest problem over here as far as Swabia is attacking against Nabatea. His biggest problem are these pikes, because they are just destructive. They are just absolutely destructive. This unit of hoplites is going to get ready to actually starting to waver here. We do have the Rakim Palace Guard General pushing up though, so they will be able to take the spot for the hoplites that just broke. So, minute 30 left in the replay. I'm going to say it's over. We're seeing the final Egyptian unit now breaking. Didn't even make it into combat. Do they have any kills? No, they have 38 kills. They have 38 kills, but Egypt could not get past Dan's defenses, so he just threw his army away. Which, I mean, you're perfectly welcome to do that if you want to do that. Armored is getting aggressive here now. He's pushing out his Rakem Palace Guard General. And it looks like the pikes are starting to move up as well. So I guess Armored is just trying to end this combat as well. Trying to end the battle. Less than a minute left. So let's just get some fast forward in here. Get this one over. Should start probably see with the army loss penalties and everything and the balance of power just continuously going into there it goes. Starting to have a mass rout over here. Actually, Swaby General is routed. They're broken. So, there you go. There is your 2v2 battle replay today here for Rome 2. Hope you guys are enjoying the content. And, again, I just the large amount of new subscribers that happened over the last 24 hours, less than 24 hours. I just want to say I'm very thankful. I'm shocked. When I started this channel, I did not think that it was going to be anything, I didn't think that I was going to have a whole lot of subscribers. I was just doing it for fun, and Apollo, big hand to you. Thank you again for, shouting me out there in that battle replay we did the other day. So let's get into the breakdowns here. We have Dan with the Macedonian army here. Shield bearers with 59 kills. His cavalry, 51, 182, 25. This unit did pretty well. I mean, all of them probably did. They did what he needed them to do. This unit probably could have had a lot more kills, though. Cretan archers, though, 275, 245, 212. Well done with his archers. Thracian warriors didn't even see combat. Pikes barely saw combat. 8 kills here. Royal Peltas, 54, and his Thorax swordsman, 87, 115, 191, and 100. So well done by Dan here. That basically just wrecked Egypt's army. Getting into armored, his general here, 43 kills. His archers doing very well as well, 189, 196, 65, and 102. Desert Hoplites, 12, 20, 8, and 10. His axe warriors, 131, 40, 124, 143, 17. His thorax pikes here, 80 and 94. And his noble swordsman, this unit was the one I believe that got wrecked by all the archers here for Catman and Swaby. But his noble swordsman, 89 and 2. Getting into the Egyptian side, El Caballero here. His general was 17 kills. His cavalry, 58 and 28. Archers, 0 kills. 3 and 7. Just, obliterated. Thorax swordsman, 56, 51. Galatian Royal Guard, 90, 109, and 73, so pretty okay numbers for these two units. I've seen Galatian Royal Guard get tons of kills. Egyptian Infantry, 44, 22, and 22, and his pikeman units, 38 and 31. Getting into Catman here, his Swordmaster General, 195, the other unit of Swordmasters, 146. Getting into his Berserkers, 112, 177, 38 and 46. Hexbearers, 22, 28, and 0. Roundshield Swordsmen, 60, 58, 98, 29, 73. His two units of Bloodsworn here, 49 and 48. And his archers, very well. I mean, really good. 139, 141, 98, and 115. So, there, like I said just before, this is your battle replay for today. I hope you guys enjoy the content. If you do, please make sure to give a like and a subscribe. Feel free to comment on the... Sorry, I said that wrong. Like and comment on the video, and feel free to subscribe to the channel. There we go. Hope you guys have a good day, and I will talk to you soon.